Hello, YouTube. I got tagged by Troll Forge, well, Troll Farm. I can't remember which one he goes by all the time now. And for the 40 questions. And thankfully, I found it after a while. I had to get a new phone, so I had to. I'm sorry to everybody, I haven't been able to reply. I haven't been getting all the messages because I just got YouTube Studio back on my phone. So I'm just going to go through these questions. Anyone look up Troll Forge. He has them nicely listed in his description. I had to scribble them all down on a piece of cardboard with a Sharpie. So if I'm looking that way, I'm reading the questions. I don't remember who originally brought this out or who he got it from, but so the first question is, do you like blue cheese? I don't think so. I don't think I've ever had it. Not on purpose, at least. It sounds way too fancy for me. Next question is Coke or Pepsi? Coke Zero. I'm sure anyone who's watched me walk around my shop has figured out there's a lot of empty Coke Zero bottles around here. Are you in a relationship? Yes. I've been in a relationship for over 20 years with my wife. We were together I proposed to her on our 5th year anniversary, and we got married on our 6th year anniversary. Now, any of you young guys, keep that in mind. I only have to remember one date. First time when I proposed was already our anniversary. So what I always joked about was when we got married, we just had a really awesome 6 year anniversary. Whiskey, tequila, or vodka? Again, anyone who's watched my channel, you could probably figure out whiskey's a pretty quick, easy win. Hot dogs or cheeseburgers? I'm going to say I'm going to prefer the cheeseburgers. I used to like hot dogs a fair amount, but my kids constantly want hot dogs, and I'm just sick of smelling the bloody things. But I'm really liking the deer burgers I've been making. My favorite food? I'm going to say roast beef, actually, because I don't get it very often. Just a nice, good roast beef and mashed potatoes and corn. I just don't make it for myself ever, and so when I do get it, it's just amazing. First thing I drink in the morning. Usually it's some water, but sometimes because I have a hard time eating breakfast, it's those Ensure drinks. It just it gives my stomach enough that I'm not sick to my stomach. But if you're like me and you can't eat till 11 o'clock in the 11 o'clock in the morning, but you need to put something in you so you can actually get going, those things work pretty good. Although the berry one's disgusting. Can you do 100 push-ups? No, I cannot. Especially now my shoulder's all screwed up. But I think even when I was in school, I think I closed in on 50, but I don't think I ever broke 50. Although, when I was in really good shape in school, I was able to do the one-arm fingertip push-ups. That takes a while to build up, because the first time I tried to do a fingertip push-up, I almost broke my fingers. Where are we? Favorite season? I'm kind of torn between summer and fall. Summer, I really like because I got way more daylight hours. So even if I work late, I still get to come home and I still got daylight to do my own stuff, which is awesome. But I would say when I was working for the farmer, I really did enjoy fall because we were out in the tractors and they were long days. But man, it was a good time and just the crisp air in the fall. So I'm kind of torn, but I'd have to say summer is the top one. Favorite hobby? I like building stuff and just tinkering around and working on my property, my farm. It's honestly that is my hobby, is working here. Any tattoos? Yes. I have a couple on this arm, right there, and down the bicep there. It's the double helix, and then it's the 7 deadly sins. Although many of my friends joke with me that it's more of a checklist for me. Hard to argue some days. Where am I? Oh, do I wear glasses? No, I don't. I used to wear glasses before I had surgery, and there's no sense wearing glasses right now because my eyes are constantly still changing. Every day they're actually getting better, which is really awesome. But it makes it so it's made some bits of life a little bit more difficult because I can't focus on stuff. So you gotta takes a few minutes, and glasses would help, but I'd have to be buying a new pair of glasses every 2 months. So hence no glasses. Where am I? I wish I could read my own writing. What the heck does that say? Can you read that? Oh, any phobias? Horrible spelling and messy writing with a Sharpie. No, not to sound big and tough and strong, but nope. Growing up here my whole life kind of broke me of everything you can be scared of. My dad was deathly terrified of heights, so as soon as I was, 7, 8, climb up the barn, rip down them birds' nests. We don't need birds in the barn. Climb up the bin, put the lid on, because he hated heights. And from everything else I did working with large animals, fire stuff, nothing really bugs me. Although I will say that movie, Dante's Peak, where the girl gets the rock in the head, just that always just creeped me out. But that's about it. Any nicknames? Yeah. A whole bunch I can't say on YouTube. Although one of the more common ones that really came organically is Billy, I Know a Guy. Because there's a ton of people that I know, like I wouldn't say they're all close friends or anything, but I just have a lot of connections from a lot of different jobs I've done and people I've met and they know. And so do you know anybody who does drywall? I'm like, yeah, I know a guy. Do you know anybody? Yeah, I know a guy. So eventually they just started calling me Billy, I Know a Guy. Favorite sweet? Cucumbers. I don't know if that really follows the name of the game, but yeah, like I love a nice, crisp English cucumber. Oh, I would turn down candy bars for one of them all the time. They're just tasty. But I hate pickles. Do I believe in ghosts? No. I just can't get behind it. Every time someone goes, oh, there was a creaking sound. Yeah, the house was settling. Well, what happened here? The wind blew the door shut. I just think way too fast about all the ways that it could happen. And it's just not what I believe. I don't mock anybody. Well, I do mock a buddy of mine, but I don't really care if anybody believes him or not, but not for me. My biggest downfall, I'm going to say my health. I have abused myself way too much, and I really should have taken better care of myself in my youth, because I'm just broken. Rain or snow, again, that's going to come down to the season it is, because I sure as heck don't want to see snow in the summer. But I don't mind snow at all. I prefer when it falls and stays and is done, but a nice warm rain in the middle of summer, can't beat that. Any piercings? Well, none that I can show you. No, all I have left is the one here. I used to have twin surgical hoops in this here, but my oldest daughter, when she was a baby, decided to hook her finger in it and rip it out. Not comfortable. I don't suggest it to anyone, but I used to have a piercing on this side as well. How old am I? I had to look this up, 39, but I will be a whopping 40 come February of 2021, if the world doesn't blow up before then. Flipping over on the next side of my beautiful cardboard list. French fries or onion rings? I'm not really big on either of them. Like if I go out somewhere, like A&W, if they're done right, they have really good onion rings. But if I'm cooking them for myself, I just like baked French fries, but I don't really eat either of them that often. Do I have any children? Yep. 3 I admit to. I have my oldest daughter, and Ashley, and my son Brennan, and my youngest daughter Carissa. Favorite color? I'd go with black, but technically black isn't a color. So probably like a dark green. Can you sing? My wife says I can sing. My mom says I can sing. I don't know, I guess. But can you whistle? That I can do, and that I will do in front of people. Where was I born? Now let's mess with people here. I was not born. Anyone who has read Shakespeare should understand that. Do I have any siblings? Yes, I am the baby of the family. As the priest said when me and my wife were getting married, that's a big baby. Whew, look at that. The lights went out on us, guys. The problems with sensor lights. Yes, but I do have 2 siblings, both 2 older sisters. One is 10 years older than me, and the other one is 7 years older than me. And another weird one that I don't know how my parents ever figured out. Actually, I would never want to know how they planned this out, but all of us are born on the 22nd of a month. Can I cook? Yes. That's kind of actually why my wife stays with me. I can cook, but I actually am. I get horribly bored just cooking for my family, so quite often I'll cook 3 meals at once and put this so my wife doesn't have to cook during the week, or when we have people coming over, which we don't right now, but I'll cook a lot because I get bored just watching one pot. So I mean I've done it before where I've had all 4 burners going on the stove, the whole entire oven filled, and then I still had stuff on the barbecue, and I'd just be running back and forth and just get out of my way. Can I swim? Yes, I can swim. I mean, I'm not an Olympic athlete by any means, but I can swim. I can keep afloat for a few minutes. Spent a lot of my life in my aunt's pool when I was younger. Are you religious? Yep. Yeah, I haven't been to church in a long time now. We do just keep my kids involved. We do. There's a church that my wife knows that they do an internet type service for kids, and the guy does a really good job. I'll put it up one of these times, but really good for the kids, and it just shows the different families singing and dancing and whatnot, and the kids enjoy it. Bath or shower? Shower. But man, every time I went to a hotel, I just wanted to take a bath because I grew up with a shower. I haven't had a bathtub since I was 7 or 8, so hence why I now have this bathtub. It's gonna be awesome. Big city, nature, or countryside? Well, to me, I'm out in the countryside now, and I'm fairly into nature here. I mean, there's a lot of fields, but no, I can't handle the big city. If I had a phobia, it'd be being stuck in a city. Are you a good friend? I like to think so. I'm sure there's people that would say I'm not, but they're probably not good friends either. Have I broken any bones? Yep, and most of them hurt. I'm pretty sure I broke my nose. I know I broke my ribs. I know I fractured my ribs. I know I bruised my ribs. I've broken bones in my hand. I fractured my elbow joint, and I broke my toe a couple times. That hurts. But mostly just fractures and stuff. Nothing real bad. How many TVs in my house? There is one. That's it. We do have the TV out here in the shop, but it hasn't worked in, I don't know, a year. So I got to get a new one of them. But we've all got cell phones and tablets and stuff, but we only have one TV because, when we're going to do a TV show, we sit down as a family, or the kids are in bed and the one TV show that me and my wife watch or something. But otherwise, I really care less about TV half the time. Worst pain ever. Kidney stones. They're horrible. And they told me I was lucky because they were 5 millimeters or something like that. And that's just small enough to pass. So I didn't have to have any special things done to me. And I went, so I'm lucky because you're not going to do anything to make them smaller. Got it. But yeah, they were horrible. And I actually had a female nurse say, do you have kids? And I said, yeah. She goes, now you got one up on your wife. And I'm like, what do you mean they're that bad? And she goes, oh, they're way worse in childbirth because babies aren't sharp. Do I dance? Mostly to embarrass my children. I dance around the kitchen while I'm cooking and try to make them dance with me. And the 2 older ones run away, but the little one likes to dance with me. Do I like camping? Yeah, I do. I just don't get to do it very often. But I actually camp. I haven't been out in a while, but I mean, I go out with a tarp and a hammock and, backpack full of a few things, but I don't even like camping in a tent. But yeah, I'll go out in the tarp and the hammock, and I have a good old time doing that. And there's a lot of private bushes around me that there's no one allowed to go in those bushes except for me and my kids, because they know all I do is go out there and camp. Are you weird? Yeah, but I'm pretty okay at hiding it, so. And who would I like to tag? I would love to tag North Shore Preparedness and Uncle Al, Died Bullfrog. We all know who Uncle Al is. And Hooples. I think he'd have a good time with this. And the one question I did write in the comments for Troll Forge was, does him and Hooples use the same hairdresser? Because they've got a very similar haircut going on. Anyways, guys, like I say, look all those guys up. Look up Troll Forge. Have a good night, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.